everyone. Welcome to my video. Today I like to talk about the true Dhamma or Nirvana for early people who have the most wisdom. If you are a real person who want to attain Nirvana in this life, you have to listen to me early, because I have been Nirvana for 19 years. I'm ready to help everyone on this earth to attain Nirvana in this life as well. I'm ready, but are you ready? And the topic to speak in this video. The topic to speak in this video. The meaning of direction doesn't really exist. The true Dhamma in Buddhism is pure limited. It's universal truth. It doesn't have the fictional language to say. A true Dhamma in Buddhism is not possible to teach each other because there's nothing to teach. This is the reason that I have to borrow the fictional language to create content and story to talk to you first and about the various ideas or thought processes, because the idea is the heart of principle of false suffering. The various idea or thought process is the universal truth. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in the video, and consider along as I say over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Until it goes deep into your heart, then you will understand it, and finally you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana in this life. The true Dhamma in Buddhism, we study only the subject of the mind. We did not study about the human existence, because our true self doesn't really exist. Can you understand me? The Lord Buddha taught people to attain Nirvana in this life. Achieving Nirvana is the end of all suffering, because there's no cause to be born anymore. Dhamma of fruit or Nirvana is not possible to teach each other, because there is nothing to teach. As I told you, until you can realize your thought. That means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering, nothing more to study than this. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey in the video, and consider along as I said over and over again until it goes deep into your heart. Then you will understand it, and finally you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana in this life. The true Dhamma in Buddhism will lead to Nirvana, but cannot solve life's problem. Can you understand me? The true Dhamma in Buddhism is the universal truth. The true Dhamma in Buddhism cannot solve life's problem, because our true self doesn't really exist. The story in this talk is suitable for only people who have the most wisdom. Can you understand me? As I told you, until you can realize your thought. That means you have mindfulness and wisdom to end all suffering, nothing more to study than this. The topic to speak in this video, I say, the meaning of direction doesn't really exist. Why did I say that? Let me explain. Meow, meow. Bah, bah. Just kidding. From now on, I like to talk about the meaning of direction doesn't really exist. You know, what you see now, you were taught to believe this is a box, and a box is on the table. You were taught to believe this is a bottle of water, and you were taught to believe this is a cat. A cat saying meow, 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 meow. It means cat voice, and you were taught to believe bah, bah. This is a goat. A goat say bah, bah, bah. And you were taught to believe this is the newspaper, and this is a newspaper. Okay, you know, in reality of Purama, what you see now, it doesn't mean anything. You see in the way you see. What you see now, it doesn't mean anything. You see in the way you see. It doesn't mean a bottle of water. And you see in the way you see, and you hear the way you hear. Meow, meow, meow. You see in the way you see. You know. The following example I will show you is suitable for the people who have the most wisdom. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand this story. Okay, as I told you, I show you like this. What you see now, it doesn't mean anything. But I show you like this, and I say, I put a bottle of water. I put a bottle of water behind the box like this, and I put a goat on the box, and a cat is in front of the box, and I put a screw pin on the right hand side of the box, and I put a newspaper on the left hand side of the box. You were taught to believe now a goat is on the box, a cat is in front of the box, a bottle of water is behind the box, and a newspaper is on the left hand side of the box, a screw pin on the right hand side of the box. You know, what you see now, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. What you see now, it doesn't mean a goat. It doesn't mean a cat. It doesn't mean a bottle. It doesn't mean a bottle of water. It doesn't mean a blue pen. It doesn't mean newspaper. But you were taught to believe. The story in this song, I want you to understand about the first ideas were taught possession, because the idea is a kind of principle of false suffering. You know, in every life, when you do it like this, when you do it like this, you do it naturally without using the language say to yourself. You do it naturally without using the language say to yourself. You have never used the language say to yourself, I put a bottle of water behind the box. No, at all. You have never used the language say to yourself, I put a goat on the box. No, at all. You have never used the language say to yourself. In everyday life, we do everything naturally from birth to death. Can you understand me? I want you to understand about this story. You know, You do it naturally. 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 Naturally. You have never used the language. Say to yourself, I put a bottle of water behind the box. I put a goat on a box. I put a cat in front of the box. I put a newspaper on the left hand side of the box. I put a blue pen on the right hand side. You do it naturally from birth to death. Can you realize your thought? This is the true Dhamma in wisdom. You do it naturally from birth to death. You have never used the language. Say to yourself, this is a bottle of water, this is a goat, a cat, a blue pen, a box, a newspaper. Not at all. You do it like this. You have never used the language. Say to yourself, a box is on the table, a blue pen is on the right hand side, a goat is on the box, a cat is in front of the box, a bottle of water is behind the box. Not at all, because what you see now, it doesn't mean anything. It has no meaning as we understand it. You see in the way you see. Can you understand me? As I told you, the topic to speak in this video, I say, the meaning of direction doesn't really exist, because what you see now, it doesn't mean a goat, it doesn't mean a box, it doesn't mean a cat, it doesn't mean a bottle of water, it doesn't mean a blue pen, it doesn't mean newspaper. Therefore, the meaning of direction, it doesn't really exist too. Can you understand me? I want you to understand about. Before you do it like this, there will be an image like this in your thought. If you want to do it like this, if you want to do it like this, there will be an image like this in your thought. Can you realize your thought? This is true Dhamma in wisdom to end of all suffering. And if you want to do it like this, there will be an image like this in your thought. But in the fictional language, we call put a bottle of water behind the box, put a goat on the box. But in reality, what you see now, it has no meaning as we understand it. In reality of Dhamma, we call what you see now is just something happened to the mindful awareness. As I told you, the topic to speak in this video, I say, the meaning of direction doesn't really exist, because what you see now, it doesn't mean anything. Therefore, the meaning of direction, it doesn't really exist too. If you want to overcome anger, overcome suffering, overcome depression and anxiety, you must try to understand every story I convey and consider as long as I said over and over again until you go deep to your heart. Then you will understand it, and finally, you will have opportunity to attain Nirvana this time. Please bear in mind.